Yep.
Hello, Anthony.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, please. You've not, okay. I wanted to say you should record. I just saw it now.
Yeah. All right. Let's start. Okay, so we'll start OP. I think this was the folder we're using. Not this one. Should be this one. Okay. Just to make clean, so you won't clutter, you can just create a new folder OP, right? So you're given this UML, that's blah 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 blah. Two enum, four classes. One of the classes are abstract, the rest are concrete class. So this is the UML, right? This is the full picture. You have the all bookings, you have the bookings, you have these two enums, and you have these two other classes. This is an abstract class. This and these are concrete class. This is an enum. So hopefully we'll also get not even hopefully we'll definitely get the explanation for each of the elements in the UML. So you have your ability to create enums. So you have your enums. You have to create this enums one by one. The first one is airline. Create two Java files separately named for the two enums shown below. We know what enum is. Enum is just a way of storing values, right? That you can reference later. It's just you want to store these values, you can just store predefined values. You know, airlines, you know the number of airlines you have, you know them, so you can just store them as predefined instead of writing them, hard coding them in your code. In some places, let's say for instance, BA for instance, you could write British Airlines. Some places you could write BA. Some places you could even make a mistake while writing the British, and the spelling might be wrong. So to fix all those issues, you can just predefine your values somewhere. That is where the enum comes in. So a new file, airline, the Java, right? Let me know the package. I just need. You can just take off the packages just because I opened another folder for it. You won't be needing that. And if it's giving you issue, just do it in the same folder. But I don't think it should cause an issue. Let's just continue. So you have your enum, right? Yeah, I think let's just take the folder off and do it there. You have your airline, your enum, right? So it's just public enum airline. That's it. Then you put your values BA, KLM, and Swiss, right? So that's your airline. The second one is your room type. Room type, the Java, right? Make it an enum. Then single double suit, single double. I think the suit has E, but it's just one thing I would want to say here is there might be inconsistencies in his questions, and I don't know if you were in the class the last time we talked about it. Just religiously stick to what is in the question. Don't, for instance, one common inconsistency will be this plus and minus. These are supposed to be minus, which are supposed to be private. But if you say plus, use what is in the question. That means this is a public. Don't bring in your own knowledge. No, I won't say your own knowledge, but don't bring in what you know from somewhere else, probably from the other class, and say, okay, this is actually supposed to be on the norms, this is supposed to be private, but because there are plus, here is a mistake on his side, but stick with the question. Don't formulate your own question yourself.
Anthony.
Yep.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's a good highlight you gave. However, I want to ask one thing. When I saw his solution, I saw he also added other airlines in that enum, and I was like, where did he get those ones? I think there's lots more of different airlines into that, and I was just wondering, perhaps is it a mistake, or is me that I don't know? So he had added other like Swiss, Ryanair, Australian, Brussels, KLM, and all that. Where did he got that from?
Don't worry about it. Stick with the questions. I think he was solving, the solution was for a similar question, not
okay.
To have string all these UML when it was drawing them out.
Okay, thank you.
But stick with the question. That's one of the reasons why I brought that don't go and bring in solutions from. One good thing about sticking with question is if there are issues in future and you get to say defending or stuff like that, they won't go and bring the solution they did in class. What they will bring out is the question. You get, so they won't be referencing those other things you are referencing. They will be referencing the question. What is in the question? Did you answer the question or did you not? That will be the argument. So stick with the question religiously. Okay, create some code to complete the enumeration of each of the, we've done this. Note the order of which the constants are listed is very important. I think we ordered them correctly. So let's go to the next one now. We have booking, which is an abstract class. Booking.java, an abstract class, right? So you have booking number, you have customer name. This plus means public, minus means private. So when you see plus, use public. This is the data type. This is a variable name. So public string booking number, right? Public string. I think one thing we can actually do here, I'm not sure, let's confirm that. Public, although let's not do this, actually it's correct, but I think this was what was in the solution it gave. So let's just stick with that. Customer name. Right, you could just put all the names in front, all the variables in front, since they are all strings and they are all public. So you could do that, but there is no harm in doing it we won't take much of your time. Booking date. Then you have your constructor. So public booking. Right, so your constructor collects booking date, customer name, booking number. So string, note the order. don't reorder it. Don't reorder anything here. Write it the same way it was written here. So you have booking date first, string booking date. Then you have customer name, string customer name, then string booking number, string booking number. Right, then assign each one of them this dot booking number equals booking number, this dot customer name equals customer name, this dot booking date equals booking date. Basically what you are doing is somebody is going to call this public booking in the future. You see somebody is going to do something like this booking, right? And they will pass each of these values into it. So probably let's say date is 2023 1201, comma customer name, let's say Anthony, right? Comma, it's just because I'm writing it outside. So booking number, let's say P10G, right? Now once somebody calls this thing from probably another file or somewhere else, is going to assign this date to this booking date. It's going to assign Anthony to customer name here. It's going to assign this B10 to this booking number. That's the whole idea of a constructor, to initialize these values once somebody calls the constructor. Then we have get customer name. So public, it returns a string. So public string gets customer name, right? Doesn't collect anything and returns the string. Right, so return this dot customer name, right? Then you have get customer name, get booking number, get booking date. I'll just copy and paste. Be careful when you are copying and pasting here. Data types might not be accurate, but it's string here, so I'm good. I want name, number, date. So booking number, get booking number, and booking number, get booking date. So you have your set customer name, set booking, set this. So public void set customer name string, let's call it name. Okay, they are calling it customer name, so just use the same customer name. All right, so this
Anthony, sorry for bringing you back. Why? Because you said Java is case sensitive. Here you were using customer name, capital C, capital N. But in this return this dot customer name, you use small letter. And in the string, do you understand me? The customer name from the public, from the constructor, you use small letter. But when you get to this getter, you use get customer name, you use capital C.
Yeah, this is the name. This and this is not the same thing. This is a name for this method.
Okay.
So I could call this Tony. Anything I feel like calling this, they are not me just using get customer name is just a means of being identification, being able to know that okay, is that
Okay.
customer name I'm getting. This is what matters here, not this.
Uh,
This is just a variable name.
okay. Thank you.
Yeah. And the reason I'm using capital letter is just because I'm trying to use Camel. Sorry. Camel keys, right? Just to make sure if I use get and small letter C here, it will be difficult to know that this is a different word, this is a different word, this is a different word. You get? That's where camel case comes into play. So we have the other setters.
Thank you.
Set booking number. Booking number. Booking date. Booking date. Yep. Then your abstract class gets details. Now, this is where things get interesting. For your abstract class, you don't is an abstract, so you don't initialize, you don't actually code it, you just declare it. So it returns a string, it doesn't collect anything. Public string doesn't collect anything. Get details, right? Doesn't collect anything, and that's it. That's the abstract class. Okay, public abstract. Yeah. So public abstract, your data type, the name of a variable, and that's it. That is your abstract method. Get it. It returns a string, and that's it. Then you have your toString. Public. It returns a string and it doesn't collect anything. You know how I'm getting it returns a string and doesn't collect anything, right? This is the return value. This one here is the return value. This is its. This is it. This booking date string means it's collecting booking date. If it's empty, it means it's not collecting anything. And this is the variable name. Variable name, input parameter, output data type. I hope this makes sense. The variable name, this is it. Variable name, say this set booking, for example, variable name, set booking date, this is it. Input parameter, booking date, this is it. Output data type, void, this is it. So that is you interpreting a UML, and this plus and minus means public or private. Plus is public, minus is private. Once you understand that, you are good with interpreting UML. So we are still working on.
Anthony, sorry, let me ask you something.
Continue.
Okay, so is it safe to say that we return functions in getters, but we don't return anything in setters?
Yeah, basically you are using setter to set something. You are using
so
getters to get something. So getter needs to return something back to the person requesting it. And setter, you are sending something to setter. You send booking number to setter to help you set something. You don't necessarily need it to tell you anything that.
Can somebody please mute that guy? I don't know. He's
Okay. So yeah. setter, basically, you're using setter to set something. You pass, okay, I'm saying, let's say, how do I put this? How do I put it? You want to buy something, right? When you are paying, you are giving the person something. That's, you are setting something. You don't necessarily need to collect anything. And when they are ready with the order, they give you something. You tell them, okay, I want my order. They give you something, right? So it's just like that. You are getting means it must return something. You are setting means you are giving something, or help me to set this thing. So you give the person a value to set for you. That's just it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. So back to string, you have string. So this is where things get a bit can get a bit interesting, right? How to actually know what to type here. One trick I use is I just scroll down to the final to this place, right? And figure out how this was written, right? Because okay, we can actually just go ahead. There's no need of doing that. We'll just come back to it. But that's just what I do, by the way. So to string, we know that to string is just a combination of all our values. So to string, the first thing we have is our customer name. So we say customer name plus this dot customer name, right? Yep. And then we can go ahead and say st plus or equals what else do we have? Booking number plus, okay, you want to put a space here, plus this dot booking number, and then st plus or equals space booking date plus this dot booking date and return st. Then you're done with booking. Then let's go to the rest. Create a Java. Basically, we've done this. Create a Java file named appropriately. That's booking. Refer to the UML diagram above to implement the code. Create a parameterized constructor with 3 parameters to initialize all object attributes. That's this. Create a getter and setter method for these classes. That's this ones. Getter and setter. This is it. Create the toString method, which should first details of the object attribute values in a well-formatted manner, then invoke the getDetails method to include the subclasses information returned by the getDetails method, which should be implemented in the subclasses syntax later. So they are just in which we should do this to get details, and we should actually add it to the toString. That's what they are saying here. So basically, they are talking of toString, so they are telling us to also add get details to string. So we can say st plus or equals booking details plus get details. All right. Then create your abstract method get details. This is it, the abstract method. Note the get details is an abstract method that will be implemented by both hotel booking and flights booking subclasses discussed in later tags, in which relevant information held in the object attribute is formatted into a string. So The only thing we need to do here is declare it. It won't be implemented here. So we're done with that. Let's go to hotel booking class. Create your file. Hotel booking.java. It's a normal class and it's going to extend booking. Let me see. From the UML, they tell you hotel booking, extend bookings. So you have to extend bookings, extend booking, right? To give you an error, if you want to fix it immediately, you can just go to quick fix, then add on implemented stuffs. It's just saying that in the booking.java, you have a get details that needs to be implemented. So you have to implement it before you can carry on. And it's also saying something. You also have to add the constructor. So basically, it will actually auto generate something. You can write them yourself, but it will still do some work for you. And I don't need this, I think. We can just leave it. We'll come back to doing that. So basically, you have room type, room number, night, price. So you need to do that. The first one is type, room type, and they're all public. So public. Now we are putting room type here. This room type is coming because we already declared an enum called room type. So we could easily say room type is now a data type. Airline here is also a data type. So instead of putting string or integer or anything here, we could easily put room type and the name of our variable. So this is a data type because we've created an enum for it. Airline is also a data type because we've created an enum for it. So we could use them as a data type. Room number, which is a int, public int room number night, public int number night, public double price. Then in your constructor, you have booking date, that's the first thing. Then you have customer name, that's the second thing. Then you have booking number, that's the third thing. Then you have room type, which is a data type of room type. So room type. You can see the data type of room type is actually room type. So and then room number is an integer, int room number. Number night is also an integer, int number night. And price is a double, so double price. Right? Then you can initialize all of them. They've already done the super for us, but if they've not done it, if you're extending a class, once you are extending a class, you need to, that's a super class. You need to invoke the constructor of that class, which is by using super. Then you pass in the appropriate parameters. If you go to bookings, you discover that booking collects booking date, customer name, booking number. That's the same thing we are doing. Booking date, customer name, booking number. That's the first thing you have to do in your constructor. Once you are done with that, then you can start initializing all these other ones. So this dot room type equals room type. This dot room number equals room number. This dot number night equals number night. This dot price equals price. You're done with your constructor. Then you go to all this getter and setter method. I will just do a copy and paste here. Don't mind me. It's just that. So that's what I did in the exam also. So all I needed to do is this. Don't do this, please. It's if you don't understand what you're doing, how to use that copy and paste, don't do it. It can be complicated. But let's just take it slowly. Public is just to save time, actually. Public getter, right? So we're expecting room type, public room type get room type return these dots room type and do the same thing for room number, which is an integer, get room number. Do the same thing for room nights. No, number night. Get is also an integer, so get number nights. Number nights. We also need price. Get price is a double. So this dot price. Then we do the setter method. Public void. You can see they are void. All those setter methods are always void. Void sets room type. Room type. You can see the set room type. It collects a data type of room type and call it room type. So room type. And then this dot room type equals room type. Right, so do the same thing for the rest. We have room number, set room number is an integer, that's it. Copy and paste is get set number night. Number nights, and it's also an integer, so number nights. Right, so we also have price, set price, say double, price is double price, and that's it. You have all your. Then you need to now implement the get details. They will tell you how to do that at the bottom. So create Java file, refer to the GML. The booking class is a subclass of booking. We've done that. Create a parameterized constructor to utilize the superclass booking. That's this one. Right. And the other attribute of hotel booking. Code the getter and setter method. We just did that. Code the getter method. This was already discussed in 11 above. The method returns as a string that contains value of the object attributes properly formatted into a string. So the getter method here is just to use to get all the The get details is just to get the details of all these other properties. So let's implement get details now. This is it. You need to, if it wasn't auto-generated for you, if you want to implement a method that was created by a superclass, it was created here, it was used here, you need to add override, right? So your override, then your method, and implementing it, you want to have is just the same thing as toString actually. String st equals, what's the first thing you have? Room type for plus room type. Let's say these dots room type. Right, how do this? Yeah, this dot room type. St plus or equals, what else do we have? Room number plus this dot room number. And what else do we have? Number nights. St also equals number. Don't worry about the text. You could easily format them later once you see an example of the result. You just reformat it. This dots number night. Then we have price. St plus or equals price. Plus this dot price. And then you need to return it. Return st, and that's it. You have your hotel booking, and then you need to go to flights. You need to go to flights booking. Flights booking dot java is a class that extends booking. So you need to extend booking. Extends booking. I auto-generated on hotel booking, but here I will just write things from scratch so we understand it too. If you want to auto-generate, you can check out how I did the hotel bookings. If you want to write it yourself, you can. I'll do it for flights booking now. So you have, the first thing you have is your airline flights number. Airline is of type airline. You can say the data type is airline because you have an enum called airline before, so you could easily say public. They are plus, so they are public airline. It's called airline, right? Yeah, airline. Then you have flight number, which is a string. Public string flight number. Then you have your price, which is a double. Public double price. Then you have your constructor, public flight booking. The constructor which collects booking dates, so string booking date, comma, collects customer name, string customer name, collects booking number, string booking number, collect airline, which is of type airline, collect flight number, which is an int, flight number, collect price, which is a double. So double flight number. No, sorry, price. Double price. Then your code block. The first thing you want to do, because you're extending a class, is to initialize this class. So super, initialize the super class, super, then super, your super class collects booking date, customer number, booking number. So booking date, customer name, booking number, right? Booking date, customer name, booking number. Booking date, customer name, booking number in the same order. Let's say this thing, even sometimes when it auto-generates for you, it might auto-generate nonsense. So make sure you confirm. The first thing is booking date. The first thing is booking date. The second thing is customer name. Second thing is customer name. The third thing is booking number. The third thing is booking number. Don't always trust what was auto-generated for you. Sometimes they are bullshit. So airline equals airline. This dot flight number equals flight number, and this dot price equals price. Flight number. Why is flight number an int? Okay, there is a conflict here. It will either be a string or an integer. Let's check an example of flight number. Flight number is actually not an int, is a string. So we need to change it to string. Right, so this is a string, not an int. String. Right, so that fixes that. Let's go back. So then we do get all the getter and setter methods. Public string get airline. Not a string though. That will be an airline. So public airline. You can see they already gave you the data type is airline. Public airline get airline. Return this dot get airline. This dot airline. Copy and paste for the rest. We have flight number, which is a string. Get flight number. This dot flight number. This is a double. Get price. Right, then you need the setter method. So the public setter method will always be void. You can see them here. So public void set airline, and it collects an airline, which is of data type airline. Airline. This dot airline equals airline. You have flight number. Is a string of flight number versus flight number. So price double price. That's all your Getter and setter, then you need to implement the get details. The get details is just the same thing you did for the other one. For you to implement that, you need to do override, right? Then public string. You need to check how it works. You can even just copy and paste. So copy this, and then you remove the abstract. Remove the abstract, then implement it. So that will be string. St equals, the first thing is airline. Sorry. Flight number. These dots, flight number. If there's any issue at any point, something you don't understand, please stop me. Then we have price. Plus these dots, price. And yeah, that's it. Return ST.
Anton.
Yep.
I noticed one thing here in his solution. He's at the get details. He's using get airline instead of this. And as you said before, when you're using get is when you're expecting something to return something. Now, how can you explain the difference of using get airline and this dot airline? Thank you.
The reason for this get is, okay, let me not take it that far. In this same file, you have get airline, you have the airline itself. You can see get airline is also returning this dot airline. So you could use either of the two. Either you call the method or you can use the values directly. But according to the solution, since it's using get, you could stick with get, but it's the same thing because your get is also returning
something, yeah,
this dot airline. So you are just saying give me the value.
Oh, I see. Okay, thank you.
So see get price, for example, get price is also returning this dot price. So instead of going through all these routes, you just say give me the same value that get price is getting. The only time you want to, that is very necessary that you use the get, is when you are referencing something from another class, maybe from the super class. Maybe you want this get customer name, for instance. You cannot say this dot customer, like let's say you want to collect customer name from this flight booking. You can't say customer name. You can't say this dot customer name because there is no customer name here inside this place. What you can say is get customer name because you are getting it from another place. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Thank you. Yes, it does.
Yeah. So it's the same thing as what he has. It's just anyone you feel comfortable with. But I think since it's using get in class, you can still get but is actually inconsistent. That's why I can't decide on which one to use. It's very inconsistent with it. If you check it, let me see. It's inconsistent with what is using. If you check this one are these ones are get,
yeah.
This is get. So it's just both of them are correct. It's
both of them, yeah, and that is why perhaps is interchangeably using them.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Anthony, sorry, let me bring you back a little bit. So anytime you're invoking a superclass, then that means the constructor will definitely be a subclass of that, right?
I actually missed the question from the start. You broke off a bit.
Pardon me?
I didn't get the whole question. Can you take it again, please?
Okay, sorry, please. I'm making reference to the superclass there, which is what you are seeing there, right? The superclass, right? So anytime you're invoking this superclass, that this public flight booking is going to be a subclass of that superclass you're invoking. Am I correct?
Yeah, flight booking is a subclass.
Yeah, thank you very much. That's good. And then the other thing is override. Can you please, I'm trying to understand when we can, make reference to override after declaring it somewhere.
Override is used for abstract methods.
It's for abstract methods. Okay.
Created an abstract method, you didn't implement it. Anytime you want to implement it, you just say, okay, you are overriding something coming from somewhere else. So this is an override. This looks like a normal method here.
Yeah.
This is a normal method, but the introduction of override means, okay, this method does not belong to me, it belongs to my superclass.
Okay. So it's more or less like something similar to calling the function, only that you're just using override to make reference to that get details method you created here, right?
You are not calling it, you are implementing it.
Like you're implementing it. Okay.
It was not implemented where it was declared. It was just declared. There was no implementation. But now you want to implement it. You are implementing it here. You are implementing it here. So anywhere you want to implement that abstract class, you have to put an override.
Okay. Thank you very much. That's good.
Okay, so we're done with that. Let's go to all bookings. So basically, this is all bookings. It collects the only attribute is bookings, which is an array list of booking. So all bookings, I think it's bookings.java. All right, yeah, correct. All bookings, and it doesn't. Where's all bookings? It doesn't really implement, or it just uses. It doesn't extend anything, so it's just a normal class with this array list of bookings. So array list is a method. Sorry, it's a class. Make sure that when you are typing it, you import it. You can see the import. Don't just type it and keep going. It will actually throw an error. So array list of booking. We call it bookings. Public array list of bookings, call it bookings. Then you can go ahead, you can create a Java file, refer to this thing. The all booking class is a simple concrete class. We've done that. Declare the bookings object attribute, which is an array list containing booking objects. That's this one. Create a standard constructor. You should not forget to create the booking array list inside the constructor. So you want to have your constructor, which is just public all bookings. It doesn't collect anything, it doesn't return anything. It's just you just want to initialize this booking. So how do you initialize an array list? They didn't give you any value to initialize it with, so just initialize it with an empty value. This dot bookings equals new array list, and that's it. Empty array list. Here it is now an array list of empty, like it's an array, but it's an empty array. But here it's just not. But now it's now an empty array. That's the difference. Because if you don't do this, you can't actually put anything inside it, because you can't put anything inside not. But now that you are saying, okay, it's an empty array, you can now start supplying value to that empty array to make it populated. But without doing this, you can't put anything inside this booking. I hope that makes sense.
Okay, so Anthony, what you're saying is this dot bookings equals new array list, a new constructor for the array list?
It's just an initialization. At this point, booking is null.
Yes. Okay.
This
Yes.
point,
Yes.
booking is now an array.
Yes. Okay. 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 That makes sense. That makes
The
sense better now.
is that in future we want to do bookings dot add. But
Yes.
without saying that you can't add anything to a null because null is nothing. So you can't
Yeah.
actually use this on null until you've initialized it.
You've
That's
initialized it.
initialization.
All right. Okay. That makes sense.
So you have add bookings. They are telling you how to do. Tell you how to do that. Code the add booking method. The method takes a booking parameter, which is just to append the booking to the booking array list. So add booking public doesn't return anything. So public void add booking collects a booking a booking with a booking data type booking. Then what are they saying you should do with it? Append the booking to the booking array list. So once you start supplying value to this empty stuff, so this dot bookings dot add booking dot add booking. So you are adding anybody that calls this add booking, we put a booking. So you are adding that booking to this list. So if they call it the first time, this list changes to it changes from empty to 1. If they add another one, it changes from 1 to 2, like it keeps growing. You get. Then you also have remove booking, which is used to remove booking from the array list. So if you check remove booking, also is also void and also accept a booking data type. So all we need to do is to say remove booking, and the our method here is remove. So we're just removing booking. Yep, that's it. Then we have list all booking method. List all booking method also returns a void. Interesting. Okay. List all bookings. Doesn't collect anything. And what does it do? You should iterate through all the vehicles, all the bookings, copy and paste.
Anthony,
Yep.
please, I'm confused about the array list of cars and this one. It's kind of confusing. I don't
Of
understand.
what?
Of the cars you did previous one and this one.
I wasn't doing class car.
No, of car. Of car.
I'm not doing car. Where's car? Car is not here.
No, as in the last class, I'm kind of confusing the whole thing because it's array list and
Yes, add now. Cars, we have your cars. This is it. You have your array list of booking. We are using booking here. Here they are using string because what they are passing into it is string. But what we'll be loading into these bookings is booking. Is this thing. We want to be loading stuffs like this: the customer name, booking number, booking dates, booking details. It's not just one string. It's a load of data that is called booking. Right? So this is an array list of booking, an array list of string called bookings, called cars. Then you initialize it. That is the initialization we are doing here. These dots, bookings equals new array list, cars equals new array list. Does this make sense? Hello?
no.
Sorry?
I'm not really clear.
I'm not getting what you're not clear about. This is an array list of booking. What did they say you should do for the cars? declare and create an array list named cars to contain string objects. This is it. Array list of cars that contains strings. Let's go back to this one. Array list. Where is it? Declare booking object attribute, which is an array list to contain booking. You can see the two things: array list to contain booking, array list to contain string. Is there array list named car to contain string? Array list named cars to contain string. The same thing goes in the second question. Array list declare bookings. That's the name. Bookings object attribute, which is array list to contain booking. Array list contains booking, name is bookings. Does this make sense? Array list can contain so different data type, like the same data type, but it can contain, like, array list can be an array list of string, array list of string, or array list of integer, array list of integer. It could be an array list of anything. So it's not just like this is a static something. It could contain anything. It could contain string, it could contain booking, it could contain airlines. This could be an array list of airlines. It could be an array list of room types. Does that make sense? So what they are doing here is different from what they are doing here. Here they are passing strings into this car. Here we are passing bookings into these arrays. Do you get the difference?
Yeah.
So,
Thank you.
yeah. So for cars, they are just adding strings, bunch of strings into it. But for this one, we'll be adding something much more than strings. We'll be adding bookings because we say it's collecting bookings. So add, the same way they are using add a add. There's also a remove method on array list. I talked about all these in the previous class. So although we are not doing remove for this, is remove here for list or booking. What did they say we should do? You should iterate through all the vehicle. This is wrong. Iterate through all the bookings stored in the bookings array list and return a formatted string that contains the information for each of the booking as well as the hiring cost. So you want to iterate over them. So for each, for booking and bookings, we talked about for each yesterday, looping through array list. We talked about it, 2 days ago. So this is how to loop through it. Then they say you should return a formatted string that contains the information. So basically what you need is booking dot get details. You know your get details already contains, is it get details? Okay, let's say that should be no to string. So booking dot to string contains everything you need: the customer name, the booking number, the booking date, and the details. That's basically what they are saying you should do. In addition, you should use the keyword instance or to find if the booking is a flight booking or hotel booking, and display hotel booking or flight booking depending on what booking it is. So basically, they're giving you a pseudocode here. Basically, what they are saying you should do is this: you want to check this booking. You know, booking is just a superclass, right? It could be an hotel booking, it could be a flight booking. So you want to check which booking is it actually, that particular, each of the booking is. So what you do is you can do if booking instance of hotel booking. So you know that, okay, this particular booking we are dealing with is an hotel booking. Then you want to S out. What did they say? You should S out hotel booking. S out hotel booking. Then actually you want, then you can do else, right? Flight booking. You can also check, you can do else if booking instance of flight booking, but since we only have two, let's just use else.
Anthony, sorry. Yep. I think the booking, is it not where we store the list of bookings?
This is booking one, bookings. So we are looping through this list. This might be 20, this might be 100. So we are now taking it one by one. You can see that this one has S, this one does not have S. So this is one booking. We are taking the booking one by one and checking, is it an hotel booking? If it's an hotel booking, we print out hotel booking. If it's not an hotel booking, we print out it's a flight booking. Then we'll print out the booking itself. Then we'll go again, pick the second one until we are done with the whole 100.
Okay, what's that? The capital booking.
Sorry?
The capital booking.
That's the data type that is coming from here. That is your class.
Okay.
It's just a data type. Array list of booking. This is a data type. This could be string. Don't forget. This could be string. This could be int. This could be anything. But because we are dealing with booking, this is an array list of booking. This is telling it anything that should enter into these bookings should be of data type booking. Does that make sense?
Okay.
So we are now taking the booking one by one. We know that our array list is holding booking. So booking, each of the booking inside the whole bookings. Pick it one by one and say, okay, is there an instance of hotel booking? If it's not, then it's a flight booking. Do you get this?
Yes. Thank you.
So, and I think that's it. Basically, for each booking, retrieve the booking information. So for each booking, retrieve the booking information, display information about the booking superclass. This is, we know that from the booking superclass, we have this to string that tells us everything about the booking. And that is what we are doing here, right? And yeah, okay, one thing we should actually retrieve the information, format the information properly, return the information as a string. So you would, if you do this, we might have an issue because the get details of flight booking is different from the get details of hotel booking. Hotel booking has room type, room number, flight booking has airline, and all this nonsense. But so we need to now make sure that we convert each of the booking to their respective classes. So to do that, you can now say hotel, you know that you have hotel booking B equals, just convert it, hotel booking, and that's it. You are converting your generic booking into a normal hotel booking. I will let me just show you why we are doing that in a minute. Yeah, I'll come back to show you why I wanted to do this. So sample output for the formatting of the get details and to string method. Know that the flight booking method, blah 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 blah. Note the flight booking for the customer name. The flight booking, for instance, was detected using instance of keyword, the rest, blah 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 blah. So basically, what they are trying to say is, you know, this is the get details, right? if you do this, let's just do it so that you see what we're dealing with. So create your static method inside the all your static main method. So you want your main method. You should create a static method to test the all booking solution by creating one hotel booking and one flight booking, adding them to the booking storage by invoking the relevant method, and then display the information by invoking list all booking. So your main method, and the first thing you want to do is you want to bring out booking. So booking B equals new booking. You want to test now. New booking. You actually have to, okay, before we do that, you need, okay, hold on, I'm coming. So test, so you already have your list of bookings here. All you need to do is to pass, I'm coming, yeah. Hotel booking, say booking 1 equals new hotel booking, right? So you know your hotel booking collects booking date, customer name, booking number, room type, room number, number nights, and price. So that's your hotel booking. So okay, flight booking first. So let's change this to 2. Flight booking 1 equals new flight booking. So your flight booking collects booking date. Booking date is they've complicated this whole thing. Booking date is this. That's booking date. Booking date. Then what's the next thing? Customer name. What's the customer's name? Okay, JCG. Then booking number B234. Airline is KLM. So for airline, because if you write KLM here, you are going to have an issue. KLM is not going to collect it because the data type for airline is airline. So you have to say airline dot KLM. You get, so you can't just write KLM because the data type for airline is not a string, is airline, because you already have your airline that contains KLM. So you have to invoke that airline and collect KLM from it. Then your flight number is KL146. And the price is this. And that's your flight booking. Now to your hotel booking, this is the date. The date, the customer name is David. The booking number is F246. Room type is single. Now remember that room type is also, if you go to, what are we doing? Hotel booking, right? If you go to hotel booking, room type is of data type room type. It's not a string. So you have to call room type dot single. You can't just write single, it won't collect it from you. And room number is 146. Number nights. Okay, this is an issue. There is no number night. We'll come back to that. And price is 190.75. Number night is 2. They didn't actually put it, but number night is 2. So we'll put number night as 2. And that's it. Then once you have each of the booking, you can now add them. You remember your add method from here. Your add booking. So you can now add each of the booking. So add booking 1. Okay, it's not a static method. Hold on. Booking B equals new booking. Current. There's a way to do this, and I just forgotten actually. Anybody remembers this? Is on booking 1? No, this is not it. I want to invoke. Hold on, where is it? Oh, all bookings. We didn't even do that. Where is it? We didn't do all bookings, did we? Okay, all bookings. Oh. Sorry. Booking. All bookings. B equals new all bookings. Then we can now say b dot add booking. This was what I wanted to do. That I was writing bookings. B dot add booking 1. Then b dot add booking 2. So we add each of these bookings to the bookings using the method we had earlier, right? Then we can now go ahead and say and call list all bookings. So b dot list all bookings, and let's see what happens. Okay, we are close, but not there. What is b dot to string doing here? Let's see, dot to string. Okay, it's actually returning a string, so we need to say string results equals, then we s out result. Right, play it again. Then you have these flights booking and hotel booking, right? We are getting closer, but it's not looking fine like their own. So you have flight booking, customer name, JCG, blah, blah, blah. So we need to arrange it to actually look like this. And where do we do that? Inside the booking. This is where it's coming from, customer name, right? So each one is a different line. So what we just do is to introduce new line to each of these things. New line, right? Let's do it again. Yeah, it's getting better. So we have flight booking, we have customer name JCG, we have booking number B234, we have booking date, and we have booking details, which is a bit formatted. So where's booking details? This is booking details. If you go to booking details, each of these things has booking details. So the first thing you want to do for, okay, you can actually still do it here. You can do it on booking. So before you have booking, so you have booking details and this thing. So you can bring this one down. ST plus equals, right? Then you now have this is your star. Right, then after the details, also star. Let's see it again and see what we get. It's still not looking fine. That's fine. We'll get there. New line. Yeah, almost there. So you have your airline KLM, flight number KL14 something, then price is just under. So we'll go to flight booking. I'll put price under new line. Yeah, so this is fine. Remaining these, we have room type single, room number 146. Okay, room number has no this thing. I guess that's a mistake, but we'll just give it to them the same way they give it to us. Okay, everything actually has no. So room type is single, room number is 146, number night is 2, and price is just under. So price is just under, take it under, and there we go. You have your flight booking, customer name JCG, B234, booking date, booking details, and hotel booking, JCG. Hotel booking, they made a mistake here. The name is David. The customer name is David. So I guess that's a mistake. The booking number is F2. They made a mistake here actually. So I'm guessing there's a mistake. And yeah, the date is 17. Yeah, they just copied and pasted this actually. They copied and pasted this. Yeah, but the booking details is correct. Single room number. Okay, our room number is wrong. Room number nights, and price. So one thing we can just do is to confirm if this was a mistake or not. Let's check his code. Yeah, it's what they did is wrong. I need to open this somewhere else. Coming. The screenshot is wrong. Let's just shoot there. Downloads mark OP. Booking. Right. booking. That's it. It's David F467. So it's just the screenshot that was wrong. So that's it. Do we have? Is there any question? Yeah. This was, I think basically this is the only place that. Oh, okay. One thing though, although I was trying to do something here, right? But let me see. I'm actually sure it did. Actually did the same thing I did. Interesting stuff. Yeah, what I wanted to do earlier was because I was actually expecting that there might be an issue here because he has already found out that this one is an hotel booking, this one is a flight booking, so you are getting your stuffs normally. But one thing I wanted to do before was cast, right? So I wanted to do something like hotel booking B equals then I cast it to hotel booking because right now this booking is an instance of booking. It's not an instance of hotel booking. Although deep down at the end of the day, it's still an instance of hotel booking, but this booking, the data type is booking. But inside it, it is still an instance of hotel booking. I don't know if you understand that. So what I wanted to do here was to just convert the booking that is a booking that is of data type booking to a booking that is of data type hotel booking. But since the answer will definitely be the same thing, there is no need of writing many things, writing the code multiple times. And I think booking to string actually comes by default to the class. So you might necessarily not need the line I just wrote here. You can just put booking, although it's correct too. It's just God knows I forget things a lot. I just go with it will still give you the same answers.
Sorry, Anthony.
Yep.
This public static void. Then underneath you said add booking dot book. I don't understand.
Which one is that?
The add bookings bracket bookings. We are adding it.
Line what?
35. 34, 35.
Yeah, I'm just each of these things, booking one, booking two, they are as long as you can, you know that here, right? Your flight booking is a subclass of booking. So which means you can add your flight booking into booking. And that is what we're actually doing here. We have our flight booking, we have our hotel booking. So we're adding each of these booking to this array list here using the method we wrote earlier. Add booking. Add booking will collect an instance of booking, right? Then it does the addition. And that is what we did. We just called add booking that was up here. We passed booking into it, which was passing. Then that stuff was passed into this place. It's a multi-level stuff. Let me see if I can close this. Basically, this is what we are calling. We already said all bookings here, like we are calling this class. We initialize this particular class. So which means we have access to all these methods, right? So we created a flight booking. We created an hotel booking separately. But we want to add each of these booking to this list that is up here. You know, at this point is null. At the point whereby we initialized it, all bookings, we change that null to empty array. Let's just take it one by one. So maybe S out, B. Right, let's see what's inside B at this point. Let's see what's inside B at this point. Let's take this off for a minute. Okay, this time will actually give you a space in memory. Okay. Not B actually. We want to check bookings. Sorry, we want to check bookings. Bookings. Okay, we can't actually call that. Okay, B dot booking, since is a public class, so we can do this. B dot bookings. I just want to show you what's all the inside each one of them. So at the initial point, it's just empty. You get at this point, that's line 34. Bookings is empty. Then we use the add booking method to add the flight booking first, then the hotel booking second. We added them to this B dot bookings using this method. Then when we now printed it again, we now see that it now has data. This is the first data, comma, this is the second booking, and that's it. The first booking, the second booking. Does this make sense?
I will look at it again.
This flight booking was added to this array. This hotel booking on line 36 was added to this array, making this array change from an empty box to a box with value.
Okay.
So if you do I think dot size, yeah, then dot size 02, you get, if you do it between this place, actually don't want to take it off, 012, it was initially 0, then we added one thing, then it became 1, the size grew to 1, we added another thing, the size grew to 2. So it's just us adding something into this list.
Okay. So it was empty.
It was
so
initially
added from.
Exactly. It was initially empty. Once you do this all booking, you remember what all booking do? All booking changes it to empty. Changes bookings to empty. Then we did add. What will add do? Add booking. It will add that particular booking to bookings, turning this empty thing to 1, right? Then we did add again. Change 1 to 2, like add another thing, making it 2. Then if you check the size at each point, you see that is increasing as we are adding. All we are doing is we are adding these particular bookings that we've initialized here. We added this KLM first, then we added this hotel booking second. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, so basically that's it. Yep, that's it. Here we're just calling, basically all these ones are we'll say groundwork. This is the main work, but you've laid groundwork using all these classes and abstract we've written before. This is an abstract class. This is an abstract class that has an abstract method. Then you have the method that extends it. You initialize the super class, right? Which is the booking that collects booking date, customer name, booking number, right? Booking name, booking date, customer name, booking number. Once you initialize that, then you need to now write the method for the for the abstract method. You need to
Okay.
implement the abstract method you created here. Implement it. You implement it. Once you finish implementation, basically that's it, and you have your all bookings. Just follow the instructions. Basically, I think where the issue might come from is just these two methods. Every other thing you already understand from the document. These two methods might just be a main big deal here. So even if this is the only thing,
Oh God.
Okay, thank you.
Anthony,
Hello,
sorry.
Anthony.
This
Yep.
this particular place, this from that beginning, that import,
sorry.
import the array list from the
Last
beginning.
question,
The list, Anthony, just go from the beginning of this page. That number one, line one. Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, this array list, it will pop up by itself, Abi.
Okay, this one. Yeah.
Yes.
Make sure that when you are typing, right? Let me take it off. When you are typing, array, look out for this thing. Just click on it. It will come up.
Okay, which one? Array, put it.
List.
Put
You
it
want
on,
to
let's
type a list, right? So as you are typing it, make sure you don't type everything. Just keep
Okay.
typing. You have this option. Then click on it. Then it will help you to bring out the import.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. But Anthony, can you do us a favor, because the man was talking about the last lab in the class?
It's the same thing. It's the same thing.
No, that one asks cost, all these prices in percentage prices and that.
It is the same thing as long as you understand the concept of list.
I don't understand though.
Sorry.
Because the man there
The last
on
class,
that,
I don't.
chapter 10.
Please, can you take it?
Let's just go through that lab 10 as well. Let's just go through it,
Please.
please.
Which part of lab 10?
Anthony.
Yep.
The difference between this lab 10, it was talking about the invoking superclass the other way around. That is why it's a bit different, especially the bank, the task 2.
This one. Where is it?
Yes, that's the one. So you can notice there is withdrawing, which is like minus. So you see, so maybe we can please.
Should I just explain what is happening here, or you want me to do everything? Yeah.
Well, please, let us take at least this task 2, all of it, and then we could really help us, please.
Okay, that's fine.
Let's do this lab 10 as well, please. Since we've got an idea on that, it won't be so difficult to go through this lab 10, please. The man really lay emphasis on that lab 10.
Okay, lab 10. Blah 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 blah. Don't mind them. Just being serious. What is interesting in this exercise is the fact that the subclass invoked the superclass method as well as the superclass invoking subclass overriding method. The second interesting point here is that one blah 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 blah. It's just English, don't mind them. So let's start with account.
Yes, the diagram.
Accounts.java. Let me take that again, please. Into trash. It's an abstract method, I guess. Yeah, it's an abstract method that has private, okay, private double balance and private int transactions, private int transactions, then the constructor public count that collects double balance, and this dot balance equals balance,
Yes.
and it sets initialize the balance field, sets transaction to 0. So
I have class, online class. That is right. What?
this dot transactions equals 0 according to the instruction, set transactions to 0. Withdraw is a void method, accepts amount. So public void withdraw double amount. What does withdraw?
Please, where did you see the this thing? Transactions equals to 0. Okay. Okay.
Increase the amount from balance. This dot balance minus equals amount. Increase 1. This dot transactions plus. Do we understand these two things?
That plus is from that line saying addition, is it?
Yeah, increase,
yes.
Transaction by 1.
Decrease. And when you say decrease amount from balance, that is a minus.
Yeah. So all it's saying is this dot balance equals this dot balance minus amount. Yes. Same thing as this. So let's go to deposits. I'll just copy and paste actually. Deposit also collects amount, and what does it do? Add amount to balance. So basically, I'll change this to plus. Transaction by one. That's it. Get balance. Return the value of balance field. So public.
Hello, Anthony.
Yep.
It says add amount to balance. Is that stuff okay? Is it the same thing?
Add balance. That's plus now.
Do you understand my question?
Sorry, can you unmute? You're not speaking. I'm sorry, can you mute them? Question.
Yes. Okay. No, from the question, it says add amount to balance. But you're doing balance plus amount. Is it the same thing? There's no problem.
Amount to balance. Add amount to balance.
Okay. It's all right.
Are we still on the same page?
Go on.
Okay. Get balance returns the value of the balance field. Get balance, is it nothing, returns double, that's fine. So return this dot balance. We also have get account type. This get account type is just copy and paste. I will try and explain what it's doing, but not now. remind me before. Once we have the result, I will explain what this get account type is doing. Public string get account type. Next time should be copy over string class type equals get class dot to string dot st equals class type dot substring. Six and return st. I'll come back to this get account type later. Let's just continue. Then end months. Let's also do that. Public string end months. Okay, you also need process end months charge. This guy did not arrange this thing very well. Process end months charge. And string st equals, it's just copy and paste. I'm not doing anything interesting. There's already done the big work here. Plus or equals account. Is dot balance. Then process end month charge is an abstract method. So public abstract method, and it's void. It doesn't accept anything. Public void process end of month. Public abstract void, and that's it. Hold on. End month is void, not string. Void. End month is a void. So that's it. Basically, I'll come back and explain what this two get account and end month is doing, but I can't really explain it. Once you might not understand without having the actual example. So let's go to basic flat account, the extents account. So we are going here now, basic flat. Extents account. Right. I'll just do this. We already know how to do all these ones from the previous examples. It has charge, so let's go to Initialize superclass, we've done that. Process end of month. We also need to write the constructor. Let's write the constructor first. As charge, which is a private property, private, and charge is double charge. And since charge is equals to 5, you can initialize it here. This dot charge equals 5.0, right? And as this, then process end of month. This is process end of month. Withdraw the charge of 5 by invoking the withdraw method. So process end of month, you want to do withdraw the charge. As it, you know, your charge is 5.0, so they're just saying withdraw the charge of 5.0 by invoking the withdraw method from the Spark class. This is the withdraw method we're invoking. The withdraw method just takes out the amount that will pass to it. What is the amount? The amount is the charge. They said we should take out the charge, and we know that the charge is 5.0, and that's it. We're done with this. Trans fee account. Trans fee account dot Java extends account. We know that is extending account from here, right? So it has this private method withdraw count, which is an int. I'll do this. I'll do this. So what's that? Withdraw count, private int withdraw count, and also private withdraw charge, private double withdraw charge, right? Then our trans fee is just balance. Initialize superclass, set withdraw counts to 0. So withdraw count equals 0. This dot withdraw count equals 0, and we already know that withdraw charge is 0.5. So we do that with this dot withdraw charge equals 0.5, right? Then withdraw, right? Now this is where the issue is. Override superclass method, withdraw method. So public is void, right? Public void withdraw collects double amount, right? Then note override superclass withdraw method, invoke superclass withdraw method passing amount. So what you want to do here is, now basically this is the problem. It's actually funny if you think of it. The problem is your method here is the same name as this method here. So if you say withdraw amount, this causes a cyclic implementation. It's just like you are calling yourself, you call yourself, you use it to call yourself. Inside again, you are still calling yourself, you get. But basically, this is actually what we want to call. We could easily fix this by saying this is not withdraw, this is withdraw. This will work, then we have no issue. But regarding what you want us to do, basically the only thing you want to do here is just super.withdraw. This says we are not talking about this particular withdraw here. We are talking of the super withdraw. I don't know if this makes sense. The problem statement with this question is because withdraw and withdraw are the same spelling, the same case. So instead of it going to the nearest withdraw, which with the correct withdraw, which is in account, it just picks the nearest one, which is here. So you keep on calling yourself forever. But here we are saying, I am talking about the super withdraw, not the withdraw inside this particular class. Does this make sense? Let me show you what I'm seeing from here. This withdraw and this withdraw, they are the same spelling, right? The same spelling, the same implementation. Do we understand this? Hello?
Yes,
Antonio, go ahead.
And this withdraw, they are the same spelling. Now, they are now saying inside this withdraw, we should call this withdraw. Right? But if you call it the same way we've been calling things before, it will just look at, okay, withdraw. One thing that happens when you are calling when you are invoking a method is it first looks inside itself. Do I have something like this? Let's say, for instance, let's say I have public void something this. Now, if I invoke something here, something, the first thing that happens is it checks this file. Do I have any method called something? If I have, it will call it. If I don't have, it goes to the super class, which is this. Checks, okay, do I have something here? If you see something here, it will pick this one. Do you get that logic?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you get that, the same thing goes to this withdraw. When you invoke this withdraw, the first thing that happens is it checks this class. Okay, do I have withdraw? Do I have a method called withdraw? Yes, I do. Picks it, implement it. The implementation is also calling withdraw. Goes back, says, okay, do I have withdraw? Do I have withdraw? Picks it, oh, I have withdraw. Picks it, implement it, it's still withdraw again, keeps going back. So you end up in a loop, going, coming, going, you are just calling yourself because it's the same name, the same implementation. But that's not what you want to do. You want to call this one inside another file. So to do that, you know that it's already a super class. You can just say, I'm calling the super class, super.withdraw, not this one. So what it checks is, okay, it wants to implement this. Oh, super. It won't even look inside this file at all. It will just go to the super class and say, okay, do we have any method called withdraw? Then it picks it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So yeah, then we do process end of month. Oh, okay. We need to increase withdraw count. This dot withdraw count plus process end of month. Compute charge, withdraw count multiplied by withdraw charge. So let's say double charges equals withdraw count multiplied by withdraw charge. Withdraw count multiplied by, let's just say, let's do it normally, this dot withdraw count multiplied by this dot withdraw charge. That's your charges for that month. Then you want to actually withdraw it, so you still need to withdraw charges. I will explain. It's just normal bank transaction. Actually, set withdraw count to 0. So this dot withdraw count equals 0. So basically, what is happening here? We have withdraw count, we have withdraw charge. So at the end of the month, they want to deduct the charges. Remember your banks back at home. All those end of month charges that they used to send to you that they will calculate. Okay, that always depends on how many times you withdrew. And the same thing is happening here. For every time there is a withdrawal, they are counting. They are counting it. So if you withdrew 5 times a month, this will be 5. Your withdraw per charge, like per withdrawal, they are supposed to be charging you 0.5, 0.5, 0.5. So if you withdraw 2 times, they will charge you $1. If you withdraw 3 times, they will charge you $1.5 at the end of the month. If you withdraw 10 times, they will charge you $5 at the end of the month. That is this one. Your end of month charges is your withdrawal count, the number of times you withdraw, multiply by the charge per withdrawal. Does this line make sense now?
Yeah.
Okay. So once you have your charge, you don't just keep it. You want to withdraw that charge from your account. That is what happens at the end of the month. They will take it out of your, say you have $500. You withdraw, okay, at the end of the month, you have $500, but you've made 5 withdrawals, right? So 5 times 0.5 is 2.5. They need to take out that 2.5 from your balance. And how do we take out? We withdraw. Withdraw the 2.5. Does this 2 line make sense now? It's not making sense. Hello?
Yeah. I think it does. I mean, you have said already how much times you took the money, how much they charge you, multiply that, and they need to take it out from your amount. So if it's 500 and you have done your charges is £10, I mean $10, so it is 500 minus the 10.
So where do you do that 500 minus 10? Inside here, right? Inside here.
There was a minus there.
500 minus the amount. This is where you are doing it. So that's the same. We are just calling the withdrawal to help us with the withdrawal. So instead of doing it manually here, we already have a function in our super class that is doing that work for us. All we have to do is to call that super class.
Interesting. Why are you not writing the super? Because
that's the second thing I wanted to say. We call this withdraw. We already have a withdraw method here. So we call this withdraw that helps us to call the super class. So this one is calling this one. This one is calling this. I get where you're coming from. You could actually do this, right?
Yeah.
Actually see what he did. Let me see what he did. Let me confirm that. But both of them are actually the same thing. Let me just confirm.
He did the super withdraw. Yeah, he did the super and
all of them will give you the same thing actually. Download account. Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. And transfer. No, it's not doing super. It calls this one, and this one calls the super. Can you see it?
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. So he did the first one as a super. So the second withdraw called this one, and then this one called the other one. Is that what you mean?
It calls this one. This one calls super.
Oh God. Oh God. Lord have mercy.
I think I've missed something here. You have to read the science for these questions. Sorry, I missed something here. Please, let's go back. Actually, didn't say anything about it. You didn't say anything about it. This is 0.5.
You know, Baba has been so weird in this lecture. I mean, in this lab 10. First of all, he left before something that unusual. And now I'm seeing some explanation inside this one, and I'm thinking, Baba is so unusual. It's not like him.
Oh my. So basically, this was what I wanted to refer to, is making this a static value, but it didn't say anything about it, which means I'm not sure there should be a deduction of mark if you don't make this a constant. So I don't think, because it didn't actually say anything about it, just say, okay, this could actually be a variable, a constant, because in future they might want to change from 0.5 to 0.6. So unless it's specifically wrote it somewhere that it should be a constant, then I don't think I should lose any mark for not making it a constant. I don't know if you understand that.
Yeah, I get it, but I get why he meant as a constant, because whether you take money or you don't take amount, perhaps they've set up as a charge.
Yeah, that's the charge that the bank is charging. I understand that. I'm just looking at it from the point of, do I actually lose a mark for not doing
perhaps
payment?
not, yeah. Because we're following the instructions, and there's no any instruction that came and said we need to make it a constant.
Exactly.
I'm trying to check if there was that. Yeah, what is that wording? Is it constant or something like that, right?
No, it will tell you. I think it was in the previous exercise, right? The one we're doing before.
Where he said there was a wording there, forgotten, but I think the wording, once you see that wording, that is for sure, you know, this is I think it's constant, and that is why you make a final.
Yeah, I'm trying to get that. Was he in the previous class or?
Yes, no, it was in mock, in the previous mock.
I mean, was he in object oriented or procedural?
It's in procedural.
Okay.
Question 3 or so. That constant that where you're given radius.
Yes.
Yeah, so it will either be a, so if it doesn't specify, then there is actually no way except there's a clause, right? There might be a condition in UML, because I don't totally understand UML. There might be a condition in UML explanation that says if there is a value, but I didn't talk about it. If there is a value, that means it's a constant, because you would note that this one is also a constant. Where is it? This one is also a constant from a solution.
Oh, so that means when you see the value, that is a constant. I mean, you mean the basic flat account?
Yeah, basic flat account that is charged is 2. That has 5.0 is also saying
it's also okay.
So that's a review now. When you see a value, when you say value, means that that's variable.
That's a constant.
So let's go back here and change it. Private final withdraw charge equals 0.5. Then take this off. Please don't forget that that's very important, because I know I'm not sure of, but according to these two things that we have here, I don't really understand the theory of these things, so don't mind me. But let's just do what he gave us in class, which means when you see a value in front of your property, just make it a final value. Does that make sense? Do we all get that?
Okay.
Yes.
I don't think you should lose mark for that, but it's always good to be on a safer side. So once you see a value in front of your UML, just take it as a constant.
Anthony, from the diagram, sorry, can you go back to the diagram? Sorry, thank you. Please, all this plus minus we are having, because does that mean that whenever you have negative, That means you are going to use private. And wherever you have positive, you use public.
Exactly. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. All right.
Minus is private, plus is public.
Okay. Though in his mock that you wrote plus all true, that means everything is public, are we?
Everything is public.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, so we're here. Process end of month and set withdraw count to 0. We're done. Then account test is just copy and paste. Account test .java. Okay. Yeah, run it. That's it. So I said I will explain something earlier about this get class.
Get type, yeah. Get account type or something like that.
Now, this get account type is used for getting class names. You can see get class. So if you go to the account test, see where this thing is creating random account transfer account, creating a random account.get type. It's using it to get the name. Are you saying this? The name of the class. Basic transfer is dynamically, you could easily say type transfer here, but it wants to dynamically get the name. But one thing I actually wanted to test here earlier that I didn't do was taking this off and actually seeing what the whole thing means. I'm coming. The O gets. It doesn't. I don't know why it's doing that substring. Oh, look at it. Class basic flat account. Then what it's doing is now taking out 1, 2, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things to give us only basic flat account. So let's do it again. Let's bring it back. Substring begin index at index 6. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 begins at B. I don't know if this makes sense. If you don't use this substring, you get creating a random account, class, basic account, basic flat account. But the only thing it wants here is basic flat account. It doesn't want this class. So what does it do? It just this is a string method, substring, to take out everything in front. So it counts 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Start from index 6. So if you run this again, you discover that the class is gone. Does this make sense now? It's just using it to collect the name of this class's basic flat account or transfer account. But when you are collecting class name, what you get here is class and the name of the class. You get, this is the result you're going to get as a string. Now, all it needs to do is to take out this class. Does this make sense now? Then you are left with name of class. Are we good? It's just, no, hold on. It's not a big deal. Basically, if this comes in the example, just go and do copy and paste. Well, this is a Java method.
All right.
The Java method used for collecting the name of an object. You can see here the name of an object or the class. So you are trying to get the name of each of these classes. Look at it here. It's creating a transfer account. It's creating a basic flat account, or based on some criteria. So for each of the accounts that was created, it wants to dynamically know the class. So what does it do? Get class. Change get class is going to come out as a method, right? Then using to string changes it to a string, right? So that string, let me run something for you here. Account test. Let's take this off for a minute. Let's take that off for a minute. Let's do a new main. X out. Get class. No, is it get class? Yeah, get class. Get class, right? Okay, it's a static. You can use it in a static. Hold on. Account test. Okay, that's fine. We can use it in a static method. This is a static method, so we can use it in a, well, we can do something like actually don't want to do that. Yeah, we can just call this basic flat, right? Basic flat account B equals new basic flat account, say 2, right? Then we can say B dot get class. See what we get. Class basic flat account. If I change this to transfer, what's this transfer collecting? There's the balance, so it's not working. No, okay, transfer. See what we get. Class transfer. It just gives me the name of the class, right? Then this, if you check type of, I don't know if type of actually works here. There's no type of here. Hold on. It will actually be an object. Check type of in Java. Reject. Instance of. Okay, you can't actually do type of. I'm coming. Okay, you can do type of. Well, I just wanted to check if you can, because this is not a string, although it's looking like a string. You can dot substring. Yeah, you can. It's a class. This is a class. Or you can change this thing to a string. That is where the toString comes into play. toString. This is not a text. What you are seeing here that looks like text is not a text, it's a class. Because that is where you said b.get class. This is a full class. Although it's looking like text, but to change it to text, you need to use .toString. It's still going to look alike. It's just that now, because it's a string, you can now do some things on it that you can do on string. Things like substring. Because all you want is transfer, you don't want this class. So that is where the substring comes into play. You want to say, okay, how many? I want you to start from T. So I can say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want to start from 6. Then start from you get just your transfer account. That is everything they are doing here. Does it make sense?
Yeah, interesting. Okay. I'm trying to digest that into my head. So if just roughly we can try to understand between the this account and the hotel booking, the way, because I've noted that they've come out differently, you know, because even though you have extended
the basic concept is the same, right? You have your abstract class,
yes,
that has an abstract method. Then you have your normal classes that extends your subclass, extending the abstract class that implements that method.
But they now have a value.
Sorry, are you talking of line 2?
Yes, I'm saying that now, if you try to compare this, like from the hotel bookings, because those ones we were not doing any values, right?
Yeah, it's just basically, these are like we said from the UML, they are just constants that the banks are using. Okay, for this particular basic flat account, the charges are $5. Like no matter the amount of transaction you make in that month, even if you don't make any transaction, they'll still charge you $5.
Yeah.
But for the trans fee, they will calculate the amount of the number of transactions you make, multiply by 0.5.
Mm-hmm.
Then they will withdraw that amount from your account. The same withdrawal charge is the same thing we are doing here, withdrawal charge. But we need to calculate that charges because they didn't, it's not just a direct value we are taking out. We are taking out this multiplied by the number of withdrawal they made.
Anthony.
Yep.
Yeah, what you are saying is that if someone withdraws up to 5 times, it will be 5 times 8.5.
Yeah, that is for the transfer account. If the person is using a transfer account, then it will be 5 times 0.5. Then we have to withdraw it from the person's account. But for the basic flat, every month they are charging you $5, whether you withdraw it or you don't withdraw, they just charge you $5. But for the transfer, we need to calculate before we withdraw.
But there is no for loops now.
Sorry?
To calculate it. There is no for loop to calculate the number of times of withdrawal.
See it here. Every time you withdraw, they are doing withdraw counts plus. Every time you withdraw, they will increase your withdrawal. So they are already, this is a number. So if you withdraw the first time, they will increase this number. If you withdraw the second time, they will increase this number to 2. If you withdraw the third time, they will increase this number to 3. So at the end of the month, you have withdrawal count, which is 3, multiplied by withdrawal charge, which is 0.5. You get, which will now give you 1.5. So you withdraw 1.5 from that person's balance. Does that make sense?
I understand. Yeah. What of account test?
Account test is just for testing. It's just copy and paste. That is what we used to mark, basically. What did I do?
Hello, Anthony.
Yep.
So from what we have from basic flight account and trans fee account, if what we have there is not correct, the account test will not run.
The account test will not run, exactly. Because you can see they are calling your methods end of month.
That's serious.
It's get account type. Okay, he wrote this random account himself. Transfer account, basic flat account. Get all these things you've written in your method, in your classes. So if they are not correct, it will either not run or it will be giving you bad values. You get?
That'll be smart thing, though.
No, be smart. So basically, what they're doing inside these account tests is they generate 5 accounts, right? Then they do transactions on each of those accounts. They perform transaction, they perform deposit, they perform withdrawing, bunch of stuff like that. Deposits will drain. And at the end of the month, they are now saying this is the balance for trans fee. If the person did 4 transactions, right? This, they generated 5 accounts. 4 of it was actually trans fee. That's interesting. Yeah, 4 of it was trans fee, and there was only 1 basic flat. So basically, it's just this one does not concern you. It's just for testing. The one thing you can just, I'm hoping this account test will be written properly according to the instruction, right? You just need to make sure you follow the instruction in writing your own classes properly. Are we good?
Yes, thank you, man.
All right. Do we have any other question? Okay, if there is no other question, I wish us all the very best of luck in tomorrow's exam. I think that's the last exam